Leave every excuse behind. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Burn the boats. Eliminate the options. You're going in again. And this time, you're coming out with a win. Period.
The amount of suffering that you understand, the amount of pain that you've gone through makes you appreciate the happiness and the beautiful moments with much more intensity.
You know what it's like to be poor, and you know what it's like to work hard. And you will want so much for them to like you, and they just won't. And it'll break your heart. And that'll make your heart bigger and open your eyes, and finally you will realize that there's more to life than proving you're the smartest person in the world.
This whole thing about suffering, yeah, it sucks. Really bad. Really, really bad. But we all live on this side of suffering. On this side, this nice box that's very comfortable, that we know when everything's gonna happen. We're in it, it's good. We know how everything's gonna turn out. It's those few people who are willing to go on this side of suffering. And once they get through that, ask him how he feels now. His mind, how far he grew. In that short period of time, he grew so much more than the normal person because he was willing to go outside himself. Because on the other end of suffering is greatness.
Despite everything that happened to you, you're still here. And I promise you, my friend, that is no mistake. That's a purpose. A purpose for you to live, my friend. A purpose for you to live a life worth living, don't you get it? So right now, I need you to find a way to keep on living, my friend. I need you to live. 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 Do you hear me? The darker the night, the brighter the day, my friend. You see, what anxiety loves to do is it loves to add up. What fear loves to do is it loves to add up. What all past trauma loves to do, it loves to add up. What all worry and doubt loves to do is it loves to add up, my friend, into one big fist and try to knock you down until you're gone, my friend. But no, if you keep breathing past the anxiety, you'll make it. If you keep breathing past the fear, you'll make it. If you keep breathing past the trauma, you'll make it. If you keep breathing past the worry and doubt, you'll make it.
It's if you don't do something the other man is not doing, then you're gonna get knocked off. I don't care how many people have counted you out. I don't care how many times you talk yourself out of it. Go back and win.
We're built to walk uphill. And when you reach the pinnacle of the hill, you want to stop and appreciate the vision, but the next thing you want is a higher hill in the distance, because it's the uphill climb that it's from the uphill climb that we derive our value, and I mean this technically.
When you get knocked down, how long are you gonna stay down? When you lose your job, when you lose that loved one, regardless if it's your husband, your wife, your child, whatever it is, do you have the ability to go through the hurt and the pain of that loss? Regardless of what you're going through, the best time you know that you are strong is when you're at the weakest point of your life.
I want you to see yourself in your mind's eye and say to yourself, I love myself unconditionally. And I forgive myself. If I knew better, I would have done better.
To win the war for your future, then you are going to have to master the muscle of self-compassion.
When you are so far down that hole, you looking up and you don't see no light, but yet you know there's an end to this darkness. That's when you'll find out just how strong you really are.
We all get exactly the same amount of time. Exactly. Now here's something interesting. The sand in the bottom of the glass represents the past. The sand in the top of the glass represents the future. This is the way it actually is. You have no idea what's in the top of the glass. You only know what's in the bottom of the glass. Isn't that interesting? And you see, the only thing we've got anything to do with is what's right here in the center right now.
At some point, you have to decide this is it. You're ready. You don't need to make any more changes before you show up, because it doesn't need to be perfect. in order for it to be really good. At some point, you have to let go of thinking that everything has to be just right. Being ready is a decision, not a circumstance. You got the green light. Now make it count.
You should always take action a little bit before you are ready is the advice I give. So if you're not ready and it's really a huge task, okay, maybe wait a little bit, take steps to get closer to being ready. But several months before you're ready, go ahead and do it. Try it because you're going to rise to the occasion. If you feel like you're almost ready and then you start, you go, but I better work harder because I know that I can do this. Whereas if you think I can never do it, you'll just give up. You don't want to give up.
I want it first. Then you got to work it. Then you have the opportunity to win it. But it all starts with your want. You got to want this. I can't want this for you. You got to want this like no other. Then the work has to happen. And see, the work and the want got to add up together to want each other. Then that puts you in a position to win. Ain't nobody giving you no W. You got to go take that thing, man.
That's why I tell people, don't go to the next level, grow to the next level. Don't go through hard things, grow through hard things. If you grow through hard things, it prepares you character-wise to deal with a harder thing.
There will come opportunities in life, when they're presented to you, in front of you. It's just a matter of whether you're not prepared to take advantage of the opportunity. But you got to develop that resilience within you. Life is not about how much you succeed. It's about what happens when you fail.
Live your life the way that you want to leave your life. If you had 90 days to live, how many of you will make some radical changes in your life? The majority of them will say, I will quit my job. Because that's not them.
If we want to enjoy more of life, we've got to give everything we've got right now. Let's not plan, in the future I'll do it. Or let's not be sad about what didn't happen in the past. And I've come to the conclusion that you and I are capable of doing whatever we can see. We can hold it in our head, we can hold it in our hand. We've got to step out and do different. We've got to quit playing like this is a game. We've got to treat life like what it is. It's sacred. Yet we're capable of doing anything we want. But we've got to do it. It ain't going to happen for us. Focus on right now because that is all you've got. There isn't any past, there isn't any future. Now's it. Don't waste your time. Do you know that everybody alive gets exactly the same amount of time we get all there is? It's what we do with it that makes a difference. Don't waste your life. Set your goals high. Quit thinking about what's wrong. Start thinking what's right. Love a little more, hate a little less. You have no idea what you're capable of doing. Make up your mind today, you're going to figure it out.
Life is not always going to be easy. There will be days when it feels like everything is against you, when the weight of the world rests heavily on your shoulders. There will be moments of doubt, where you question your path, your purpose, and your strength. But it is precisely in these moments that your true character is forged.
Always choose the harder path, the one that forces you to improve and demands that you respect yourself enough to give nothing but your best. You might doubt yourself and wonder if it's even worth it. Sure, you can choose an easier way, but doing easy things creates a hard life. Difficulty is good. Use it to your advantage.
It's because there's a possibility that you can, and that's enough. Like, I think I can do this, and so why would I not? If I know I can be something, then that's what's moving me, with the fact of just the sheer point that I might be able to do it. And there's the fear of failure, of not getting there. Like, you're playing against yourself that doesn't get there. That's who you're playing against. You're playing for the guy who didn't try.
Visualize it, but also feel it. Like, feel yourself there. Close your eyes, smile to yourself, and feel yourself there. And believe me when I say you can manifest that.